Everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We are here in Blackpool for the Betfred World Matchplay here at Blackpool Football Club, and we've got Glen Durrant. Glen, you're finally here in Blackpool. What does that feel like?
The excitement kicked in pretty much when I drove into Blackpool. I've had sort of a lot on my mind the past sort of few weeks. I go on holiday in a couple of weeks' time, and you sometimes you're just waiting for that moment. And I was thinking, when's it going to happen? Why is there no nerves kicking in? And literally when I drove into Blackpool this morning, and right now, that the belly is going, and I'm going to the venue tonight, so I've got a little bit of filming to do with Sky Sports, just trying to acclimatise a little bit. But so I guess when I walk into Winter Gardens, that's when it'll really hit me.
Everyone knows how much this meant to you to come here and play in this tournament. What's it been like since the moment you realised you'd qualified to now? What's that whole process been like for yourself?
A weight off my shoulder type thing. I mean, I never expected to qualify for the match play in the first 6 months. And I've told the story a couple of times that every manager who tried to sign me, they were trying to sign me for year 2. So to do it now is, it's pretty special. And sometimes you've just got to congratulate yourself. I come from a background of setting targets, and I've totally exceeded that. And I went last year, and it was just one of them moments, and to be playing on that stage, I'm expecting it to be boiling hot as well. 10:30 at night, I'm expecting to go on the hockey, so I don't usually suffer with the heat too much, but I'm prepared for everything and looking forward to a fantastic game.
You talking about targets there? How far in front are you of the targets you set yourself right now?
Oh, well ahead. I didn't think I'd win a Pro Tour, so to win 2 of them in a final. But I'm always looking to strive for excellence, and my European form is being poor, meaning my stage form's been poor, and that's been my strength over the years. So, but this time I'm on stage in England, and historically that's been favourable for me. I've never been the same player in Europe, and I don't know why. And so I'm hoping that stage concerns, the concerns I have that I haven't produced on stage is because it's been in Europe, and I'm hoping now I'm back in England and in a competition that I've been, looking forward to playing for many, many years. I'm hoping to play my best game.
Is there any fear in you? Fear of failure, maybe going up on that stage for the first time?
No. I mean, the pressure, the scrutiny on me over the years. I've had all the pressure. I've been favourite. I always remember a story where I got beat in a final of a Dutch Open. 4,000 entries, and you'd think someone had died when I got beat, and I was like, I just got beat in a final there. So, I've had that favourite tag for many years, and that pressure of being the BDO number 1. Q School was just stratospheric, really, the pressure that I was under there. And once I won that Pro Tour, there's no one's. I was playing a game at the Pro Tours this week, and I turned around, there was just Mac watching and Dennis watching. So I feel like I'm just part of the PDC family now. So, no, I think the pressures, I've always had the pressures. So, and I set myself my own, high standards. So I just want to deliver now.
Talking of Dennis, we see he's here with you this week as well. Has it almost gone back to what works? Almost not superstitious, but Dennis has always been there for your very best moments. So was bringing him here always going to be part of it?
Oh yeah, you couldn't, try and stop him from getting here. He's a big part of it, but also Susan's here, my wife, and she's a great leveller. My daughter's coming, my niece is coming. I've got friends and family from Middlesbrough coming. I could have about 30 in the audience on Sunday night. So they'll be shouting from the rooftops, no doubt.
A lot's been made of the 7 debutants and how strong the match field is this year. You're actually favourite to beat the seed. That's very rare for a debutant and a non-seed.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me. I genuinely thought I'd have been 5-4, 11-8 against. I think the bookies have got that wrong there. We're talking about Adrian Lewis here, 2 times PDC champion. I can't say I'm flattered. I'm slightly embarrassed that I'm the favourite, really. And I think people who know darts will say that Adrian really should be favourite. I'm a debutant. I've never played on that stage. I'm going off my BDO sort of experiences. Look, I'm there to win the game, and I know I can beat Adrian. I've beaten him this year, but I'm 4-7.
But going off this year's form, I think it's fair to say that you've had a better calendar year than Adrian Lewis.
Yeah, the bookies are never wrong. Is what is a statement that they will give you. Look, I was even money favourite to win Lakeside the past 2 years, and I was interviewed saying they've got that wrong. It should be 7-1 the field. So maybe the bookies have had a bit of hammer in, with me winning 3 BDOs, and I don't usually, I'm not a gambling man, I don't usually look, but when you go on social media and you read, I can't believe Glen's favourite to beat Adrian, you can't help but look. It is what it is. I'm sure after one leg that it'll change dramatically, and it usually does. None of my games are normally 10-1, 10-2. There'll be something happen on Sunday night when I play Adrian, because I just don't have straightforward games. So sit back and watch.
Looking at the game, have you set yourself any targets for the match play, or is it just one round at a time?
Yeah, that's. How can you overlook Adrian Lewis? The motivation is to play Michael in the second round. I won't lie. But not for 1 second can I overlook Adrian. If I beat Adrian Lewis, that's objective. That's objective concluded. That would be a big achievement to do that. And then I feel like I'd be able to relax and then play Michael and let him have the 1 to 5, 1 to 6 favourite tag against me or something like that. So. No, I've never, for one moment, when the draw come out, my only thought on this for the past week or so has been on Adrian Lewis.
Touching on what you said there, for the fans, that would be a mouth-watering second-round clash. You got a 3 times PDC World Champ against the 3 times Lakeside World Champ, and you did comprehensively beat Michael on a Pro Tour this year, which set a lot of tongues wagging about the whole situation.
The Pro Tours are fantastic. If I can get by the first round, I usually feel like I can go on and win it, because that's where your nerves are in the first round. When I played Michael, I just found that perfect spot. I was relaxed, I was comfortable, I never thought I'd beat him. I wasn't that bullish, I wanted to go and try and, this is why I'm here type thing. But if I could find that feeling I had against Michael every match I play, I'd be a top 8 player for sure. So, yeah, and hopefully, if I was to beat Adrian and played Michael, that's without being disrespectful for 2 amazing players in Adrian Lewis and Steve Beaton, then, it would be something special. But like I said, that's a pipe dream, and my focus is purely on Adrian Lewis.
When the draw was done, obviously you were live at home in Middlesbrough. What was your initial thought when the draw was done and it was Adrian Lewis against Glen Durrant?
Well, we all sat around a table, had a bit of a who do you think I'll get? Chizzy was a popular one, and Nathan Aspinall, Matt, I think the most common one was Michael, because that's what people wanted to see, but not one of us, and not once prior to that when you're practicing, I pretend I'm playing players, and not once did I play Adrian Lewis. But my first thoughts were, incredibly, he's the 16th seed, which put me in that bracket of Adrian Lewis and Michael van Gerwen. I thought he was about 10, 11 seed, so I think my first reaction is, wow, like how on earth can he be 16 seed? But yeah, it is what it is. There wasn't a game where I would have jumped up and said get in. That's how I really wanted, because all 16 seeds are amazing players. I'm playing a legend of the PDC, and I can't wait.
Just looking back as well, you've had some memorable moments this year. Obviously, the Premier League night didn't go according to plan in terms of the result, but feeding that atmosphere is going to be quite similar to what it is here. Will that stand you in good stead? And was the Premier League night a learning curve for things to come?
I don't remember the Premier League, to be fair. It was so much was going on at that time. No, my experience will be a Lakeside final. Blisteringly hot, 2,000 people in there, incredible atmosphere. My focus has more been on that than my experience I had at the Premier League. The Premier League was enormous. A big stage, you barely could see the crowd. It was something a bit weird. No, what I'm holding back on is the fact that I've played in 3 Lakeside finals. Incredible atmosphere and blisteringly hot heat, which I think you need to be quite fit when it's you're playing on the match play stage. And I don't really suffer with the heat a great deal, but never worry if I'm patting my head. That's what I say to my fans and my friends and family. I don't mind being hot and sweaty. If it was a cold venue, I'd be more worried then. So that's what I'm going back on. I'm going to use my experiences from the Lakeside finals.
I remember prior to the draw, a lot of people were asking you, who do you want? And you often said that the only one you didn't want was Michael van Gerwen in round 1. What was the reasoning behind that?
Because he's the best. and it would have been such a big game, sort of commercially, and I would have been headlines of this, that, the other. It's turned out even playing Adrian, it's, you know, I'm reading, it's the game everyone wants to see. You know, I'm going to do filming again today because, you know, these are interesting me when, you know, I could have done with a, you know, Darren Webster, Johnny Clayton, 13C, Ian White, you know, them guys there where, you know, maybe I wouldn't have been, you know, top on the agenda of, you know, you draw the 16 seed, you think that's a great draw, and then you realise it's Adrian Lewis. So, you know, it's just, I understand the focus is on me. You know, the guy from the BDO coming over, how's he going to do in the PDC? I get that. But on the Pro Tours and the Euro Tours now, that's not there so much no more. I go in now and, you know, morning Steve West, morning Alan Norris, you know, I feel part of it now. Not this like, you know, look at this guy who's come over, let's see what he's like, etc. So, you know, that's where I'm at right now. I'm in a really, really good place.
But these headline games, these superstar games, that's what you came over for though, wasn't it?
It is. But the question was, I didn't really want that in the first round. I could have just done with slightly, you know, just nudging myself into the competition and not have this game of the tournament in the last 32, etc. But I think no matter who I would have drawn, you know, because I'm a bit envious to someone like Jamie Hughes, Christoph Ratelski, because they're unbelievable players, and yet a lot of the focus is on me. You know, so I think Jamie is just a couple of grand behind me in what I've achieved this year, but hardly gets a mention. But I say lucky Jamie, because he can go and do his own thing under the radar, and he'll be really dangerous this week. Whereas, you know, that focus again is back on me. But look, it's great advertised, it's great marketing, and you're right, that's why he came over. Adrian Lewis at the match play, year one. Oh my God, job done.
Glenn, thank you very much for joining us here at Live Darts. We wish you all the very best tomorrow night, and long may the journey continue. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you so much. Cheers, Phil.